Hi, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. If you're new here, karibu sana. My name is Queen Nancy from Kenya, East Africa, Africa. Coming live from Uganda, East Africa, Africa. I don't know what's wrong with my hair, but you'll pardon me guys, or yeah, later. So guys, welcome to today's video. It's gonna be a wonderful one, and have a surprise for you. This video is so special. I'm coming live from this beautiful environment that you're seeing right over here. You can see that. Yes, that is the 360 degrees view of my location. And you know what guys, I've said this video is very special. Yes, it's very special. So let me tell you what's happening. So guys, I'm going to have my very first radio interview. I've never had a radio interview, neither have I gone to a radio station, but right now I'm just about to get into a radio station in East Africa, Uganda. And something special is that it's not happening even within Kenya, it's happening in Uganda, my first ever radio interview. So I want to take you along guys. Let's go see how a radio station looks like in the inside, and also let's go see how the program is. It's a program that that's going to run as from 6 p.m. in the evening to 7 p.m. Right now it's about 4:40. Yes, 4:40, so it's about 20 minutes to go. So let's go and see how the interview will go. I'm with Frida, the African girl. We are going to have an interview, and the radio, I'm going to say the name of the radio in a few. So let's go. I'm just actually outside. You can see behind me, that's the entrance to the radio station. So let's get in. Frida is right here. Guys, this environment is so beautiful. Actually, this is the entrance, and there is it. It's very readable. She's taking some pictures, so I'll do that way and let her go. So guys, this is happening in Uganda, the first of its kind. And these are the frequencies. If maybe you want to tune in, those are the frequencies that you can use to tune in. Yeah, so that is it. I love the art on the wall. This here, I love this art over here. It's so African. I like it. And the grass over here, it's so beautiful. So that is it guys. We're going to get in just a few. We're going to get in, and then I'll let you, we're going to roll with it how it comes. It's a very special video. I don't know what's wrong with my hair, but then guys, it's a very special video, one of its kind. So
anyway, what time will you be out? 7 p.m. eh? I'll still be able to get my ticket by then. So
you're recording.
Wow. Pose in front of that thing. Can you take picture while recording?
Yeah, because one is a nice place So guys, this is the entrance. That is the entrance of the radio station, and I've just loved this right here. It's so beautiful.
Programs is Joe Vandross. That's what I use on air. I do Uganda music mix on Saturdays from the hour of 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's on Saturdays. And on a weekly basis, I do Amamudule, which is we go forward program. Yeah, on daily basis from 2 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. And then I also do a program called Farmers Talk. We normally deal with the farmers as well on Fridays and Saturday mornings from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I also do other programs as a substitute for talk shows, and then also I do substitute other programs as well. Yeah, so you people are most welcome. I'm so happy hosting you guys. It's called Uganda Music Mix. It is an entertainment show, yeah, where we mostly play music that has been produced here in Uganda. Yeah. So it is an entertaining. So since I was told that we are coming to discuss about YouTube, so I just had a thought in my mind that let us discuss about the impact of YouTube in the entertainment industry here in Uganda. Yeah, that was my idea.
One is from Kenya.
Okay. Oh.
Will you handle that topic?
I don't know what you people generated, but you can also guide me as well. Yeah, maybe we need to start with our name. Introduction is very, very important.
My name is Nancy.
Nancy.
I'm a Kenyan.
Nancy, the other name?
Nancy Anyango.
Nancy Anyango.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but on YouTube I'm known as Queen Nancy.
Wait, Anyango. How do you write Anyango?
A-N-Y.
Y.
A-N-G-O. Yeah.
Okay. How about your YouTube name?
Queen_Nancy.
YouTube name. It's Queen?
Queen_Nancy.
Nancy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a Kenyan, just as I have said, and I'm a content creator, and I'm also a teacher by profession.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Yes.
Wow. How about you?
I'm called Munduru Frida.
Munduru Frida. I hope that's how you write your Frida.
It's with E.
Here.
Yes.
Single E?
Yes.
Okay.
Munduru Frida, and the name I use on YouTube is Munduru Frida, the African girl.
Wow. Yeah. YouTube name is Munduru Frida.
The African girl.
Munduru Frida. Still with E?
Yes.
How do you write the article there?
THE
THE, okay.
_ African _ girl.
Girl. Is it with the
G,
G-A-L?
the normal girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm an IT professional.
Okay.
Yes.
This is so interesting. Now, yes, your name?
Yes, my name is Abio Alpha Joshua.
Adio Alpha.
Yes.
I need to know the persons that I'm dealing with. Some questions basically about YouTube. I still have them there in my script, but it's very simple because this is going to be an interactive discussion on air. Though we are going to spice it with music, we need to keep playing some songs to keep the listener glued to the radio as well, since they know that this is an entertaining program. Okay?
It's alright.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello, sister. Good evening. Not bad.
Everybody here, welcome.
Okay, no problem.
So choose where to sit. Where is farthest from you?
Huh? Hey.
Where do you want to sit? You can sit over there.
Isivambo mitezimatiere nimini parifezo mbendozo minyadire aziwatia kaliko niza wazifezo uduma alia mbendozo.
You speak Lubarati very well. I don't want sweet Lubarati. I want real Lubarati.
That one you will help me.
Malia Bene. Urugodi, Engazu Okalambu, Abatalebu, Toyo Titarangazu, UNICEF, USAID, Azini Bay, any teachers who live.
Wondering how to prepare the tastiest beans? Just crumble 2 Rico cubes into a half kg of beans and enjoy the bliss deliciousness. Get the 2 cubes at 200 shillings at any local shop near you.
We are going on air. Talking about YouTube briefly. Let me tell you something about YouTube. YouTube is actually an American online video sharing and social media platform headquartered at San Bruno, that is in California, United States, accessible worldwide, and it was launched on February 14th, 2005 by Stephen Chan and Chad Haley, and then also Zawed Karim. It is owned by Google and is actually the second most visited website after Google search. YouTube has more than 2.5 billion monthly users who collectively watch more than 1 billion hours of videos each day. To understand more about this in the studio, I have the pleasure to host influential YouTubers with whom we shall be discussing about the impact of YouTube in the entertainment industry. So right about now, without wasting time, I already have the guest with whom we are going to discuss about the impact of YouTube in the entertainment industry in Uganda. So ladies and gentlemen, I have a YouTuber. She calls herself Queen Nancy, but her real name is Nancy, that is Anyango. You're most welcome to the studios of Radio Pacis.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yet again, I also have Munduru Frida. Her YouTube name is Munduru Frida, the African girl. Remember, when you're writing Munduru Frida Day, after writing the article day, there has to be underscore, and then African underscore girl. You're most welcome to the studios of Radio Pacis.
Thank you so much.
All right. And yet again, I also have Mr. That's our own Adio Alpha Joshua. You're most welcome to the studios of Radio Pacis.
Thank you very much.
All right. First things first. As I did say earlier on, that we are discussing about the impact of YouTube in the entertainment industry in Uganda. Now, let me start the discussion right with Queen Nancy. What actually inspired you to become a YouTuber?
Okay. I've always wanted to be a journalist. That is, when I was growing up, I've always wanted to be a journalist. But then I didn't get the chance of becoming a journalist. So I ended up in the education sector. that okay, in some way or the other, I can say I'm still doing whatever I wanted to do, but not that much. So being that I didn't get to be a journalist as was my passion, I decided to venture into YouTube. But
Okay.
then before venturing into YouTube, I had some influential YouTubers whom I was looking up to. One of them being Miss Trudy. She's from Kenya.
Okay.
Yes, she's very influential. And also, by then I didn't know Wodemaya, that is Wodemaya, the husband. But I know Dee Mwango. She's also another influential YouTuber. So I used to watch their videos, and I was like, being that I didn't get the chance of becoming a journalist as I wished, then I can have my own channel where I do things and maybe express myself the way journalists do, and still live to the dream that I had. So
Okay.
basically, that is what inspired me to start a YouTube
Wow,
channel.
this is so interesting. Do you actually enjoy being famous? Because as being a YouTuber, there are many people who you have very many subscribers, right? So
Yeah.
do you enjoy being famous?
At some point, I can say yes, I do.
What does it take you?
One thing for you to be being famous, let me say, people look at you as someone who should be very perfect.
Okay.
But then the other side of fame that I like is the fact that people look up to you. They see you as their role model, and also people get to share with you their problems and also their experiences. Above all, I get the chance of holding up people's hands, those who want to follow the path that I am in. They reach out and I get to hold their hands. So I think that is the part of fame that I like most.
Okay, I just have to confess to you that I'm one of your subscribers. Now, you have many of them out there.
Yes.
What would you like to tell your subscribers about this show right now?
Okay, I want to tell them that from whichever part of the world that they can tune in. You've said you have a website, right?
Yeah, we have.
Yes. Maybe you can mention the website.
It is www.radiopacis.org.
Yes.
Yeah, we have 4 frequencies, but the one we are in is 90.9 FM.
Okay.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. So basically, someone can watch even with outside Uganda.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm telling them, being that this is gonna be live on my YouTube channel, I'm going to tell them that they have to listen to Radio Pacis. And one thing that I like about Radio Pacis is that it's a Christian radio station, right?
Yes, we are Christ Center.
Yes, exactly. So they listen to it, and they'll get entertained, and also they'll love the experience here. Above all, I can tell them that they can follow Radio Pacis on all the social media platforms. I heard you mention quite a few. Yeah, maybe you'll mention them later. They get to follow you, being that I can say this is the first ever radio interview that I'm attending.
Okay.
So it's an honor, it's a privilege, and in case you're watching this from Queen Nancy, kindly go to Radio Pacis website and give them a follow. You leave something over there to encourage them.
All right.
Yes.
As we talk right now, we have one gentleman called Gifty Dizo. He's actually streaming this program live from Canada. That is Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
we are international.
Exactly.
All right. Let me come to Mr. Abio. Abio, if you were given a chance, at least to change something about social media, what would you wish to change?
Yes, thank you once again. Yes, social media is something good, but it's every good thing also has a bad thing.
True.
So we're also looking at what are the bad aspects of social media. If I'm to change anything, I can't change the good things. The
True.
good things have to stay standing, but I'm looking at the bad side. But I think if I'm given that opportunity to be like Mark Zuckerberg, that's the gentleman who owns Facebook.
CEO.
Yes, he also runs Twitter.
Yeah, he
no, not
has,
Twitter. Instagram.
WhatsApp as well.
Yes, if I was to be that gentleman, one thing I would change is cyberbullying.
True.
Cyberbullying. I would not. You can't change it, but at least you can put a countermeasure. You can look at maybe at a few words. There are those abusive words, terms. Those ones I would put a control on them. That if someone is trying to maybe comment and is using one of those abusive terms, trust me, that is one thing I would not allow to reach on my social media.
I just wish if they could tighten some of the penalties they levy on such people.
Yes, actually, that would also be something good, like putting levy on such people who use those terms. Because in social media, we can get your location and we track you down, and at the end of the day, we can be like, okay, this is how you're misusing our media and you're using it to promote such terms, and that is something. If there are penalties, people would at least have a little setback and try to go slow on that. And I think I would also put is timing. We use social media is good, but we overuse it.
Yes.
Someone wakes up in the morning, first thing, social media. Last thing before going to bed, still social media. So if there is a way they would put a timer in that, if you have been on your phone for a consistent, say 1 hour, it automatically shut down for maybe another 1 hour. I think that is something I would look into.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, coming to you, Munduru Frida, the African girl. Can you tell us a little about how you actually got started with, YouTube generally, since we are discussing about it?
Okay, so I've always been someone who loves phones, who loves cameras, anything to do with video. I've always loved it. And I would be watching videos and I would wonder, how do these people do these things? How do they get these things onto these platforms? So I was curious to know.
Okay.
So I think my very first, I don't know if I would call it the real time in front of a camera, was during a coursework at school, and I was very excited. So we were able to do that, and then we were supposed to edit the videos.
Okay.
So we did all of that, and I was like, I can actually do this. So I told myself, the moment I get a good phone, that's where I'm going to start. So I went on Google, I searched on how to get videos on YouTube, how to create the accounts and all of that. So yeah, I got information on all of that, then I started.
Okay, maybe before we move to another thing, you need to assure me that we are actually on YouTube. Oh, after here you will upload the videos to the YouTube as well.
I'm actually recording, so
Okay.
I'm going to edit and upload.
Yeah, this is so interesting. Now, according to you, what kind of content works on YouTube? The same question will also apply to you, Queen. Yes, according to you, Munduru, which content applies on YouTube? Or what is the best content for YouTube anyway?
I wouldn't really point that this is the best content for YouTube, because every content is fit for YouTube. It can be successful if it's not immoral, if it doesn't have to
Okay,
do
maybe
with,
in other words, I'm trying to mean the build up of content for a YouTube. Like when you're trying to, maybe you search somewhere else, you are thinking of creating a content for a YouTube. So what do you need to do?
First of all, before you start a YouTube channel, you need to have the idea of what you need to do. So after you have the idea of what you need to do, sometimes it's vague. Along the way, you're going to get to a niche that is fit for you. Like for my case, I wanted to do preaching, anything preaching, talk about Christ. I'm that Christian girl. But then along the way, I realized I can still be a Christian girl and do lifestyle content.
Okay.
Just my lifestyle as a young Christian girl, and in Arua, in an African setting. So that's what I came down to. But people do different things and they succeed on YouTube. Others do travels. Others do teachings on YouTube. So many things.
Okay.
Just what you're basically good at.
The same question goes to you, Queen Nancy. What content is good for YouTube?
I can say there's no specific niche that is good for YouTube. YouTube accommodates all niches, but then it depends with your audience.
Okay.
You have to develop an audience on YouTube. Once you've developed an audience, they'll watch anything that you post. And then if you focus on maybe African traditional life as your niche, maybe you focus on travel as your niche, you focus on reviewing stuffs as your niche. If you have developed an audience, they'll watch wherever you post. So anyone maybe who wants to venture into YouTube, they have to understand their audience first.
Okay.
Once you've understood your audience, you'll get to know the appropriate niche that they would rhyme with. Yeah.
Now, what will you be doing if you didn't become a YouTuber?
I'd be
Since
like,
the dream of being a journalist was there, but you didn't become one.
Yes.
You're already a YouTuber. And if you didn't become a YouTuber, what will you be doing right now, besides being a teacher as well?
right now, maybe I would have been an air hostess.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, coming to you, Munduru, what's the best comment ever you have received on your YouTube channel?
I would say the best comment is from somebody who is from West Nile and lives in the United Arab Emirates, so in the UAE. And she was like, watching your videos makes me feel like I'm home. To me, that's the best.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't ask you this. What one event inspired you to do this? To do what you're doing currently?
What one event? I've always loved to watch content from our region,
Okay.
but I would go on YouTube, search for things, but I would not find. So I'm like, since I'm not finding them, let me be the first person to put them online. So yeah. I would
So,
say.
since when did you realize that you actually becoming famous? Obviously, it is there because I don't know how many subscribers you have.
Right now I have 431.
It is growing perfectly.
Yes.
How about you, Quincy?
I'm on the road to 4,000 subscribers.
Wow. So when did you realize that you actually became famous?
When one of the videos that I did, currently it's at 90,000 views.
Okay.
It's almost there.
Maybe when you people are creating some of these contents that you really want to upload on YouTube, what were some of the setbacks that you've been facing?
Okay, for me, I can say when I began creating content for YouTube, I didn't have the right apparatus or the right equipment that is needed. So I did have a phone by then, and also that made me to postpone or procrastinate starting YouTube or starting a channel. So that is one of the setbacks I had. But then through the grace of God, just one subscriber reached out and bought me a camera that is so worthwhile. I guess you can see it right here.
Yeah,
and
it's
that
very
has
interesting.
yes, that has really boosted my creation, and I love it. Also, I can say, being that I do travel and lifestyle videos, at times it's very expensive traveling, and then you shoot a video, but then you expect so much from the video, but then you don't get whatever you expect from it. So those are some of the setbacks.
Okay.
Yes.
Frida, what is your least favorite thing about doing things related to YouTube?
The editing bit of it.
You feel it is the least favorite thing?
Yes.
But you even know that you can't do without it.
Yeah, I can't do without it.
And maybe how have you been getting used to it?
Knowing what I want out of what I'm doing, so I have to put in the work.
Okay.
I have to get out of my comfort zone to do what I have to do in order to reach where I want to be. Yes.
We have newcomers on YouTube or beginners on YouTube. Maybe what are some of the equipments that you will wish to advise a newcomer or a beginner on YouTube? Let me start with Queen Nancy.
For a start, you can go for a phone. Generally, with a phone, you are good to go. I wouldn't advise someone to start so big, because you have to understand yourself, also understand your channel. You might start big, but then let me tell you, YouTube needs patience. If you are not patient, you're going to give up along the way. So start small, upgrade bit by bit. So with a phone that has a good camera, you are good to go. Yes.
Okay. Personally, I don't have any YouTube account. I'm not yet too much into YouTube account. I mean to YouTube. Now, I have I use other social media platforms: Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I've been facing a lot of challenges, especially dealing with nasty or negative commenters. How do you people manage this? Let me start with little Frida.
What I've done on my YouTube channel is there's the option of holding potentially inappropriate comments. So I enabled that. Even that, but there are still people who will comment. So
Yeah.
you just choose to ignore them.
Okay.
Yes.
How about you, Queen Nancy?
I can say cyberbullying is everywhere. So the better you learn to cope with it, the higher, let me say, you'll be. The faster you learn to cope with it, the better you'll be. Because you can't, someone is sitting at the comfort of their home, they watch your video, then what comes to their mind is to send a comment that is so negative. You can't stop that person from doing that. So you just have to deal with the person. And I think in dealing with the person, you just ignore. I know it can be a setback. Maybe you'll be like, what does this person have to do? Why is this person doing this or that? But then I think it has become part of our lifestyle. Yes, you'll meet it.
Okay, coming to you, Mr. Abio. Alpha Joshua. Now, let's try to relate what Nancy and Frida have just been explaining to us here.
Yes.
Let's try to relate it to entertainment of Uganda.
Yes.
Let me use West Nile as a case study.
Yes.
You'll find that we have very many artists here in West Nile. We have very many comedians here. We have very many content creators here in West Nile.
Yes.
But they still lack that. There are those who still lack that knowledge of YouTube. Now, let's try to relate the impact of YouTube in the entertainment industry, like local here. Like, how can YouTube actually help performing art local here?
Yes, as you earlier said, that YouTube is one of the biggest. Yes, so YouTube, my advice outside, my advice out there to those people who are starting, but they want to, push their music. YouTube is a good platform because everyone all over the world uses YouTube. A song can come out today in Canada, and I've gotten it.
Yeah.
So the same thing can happen, that someone releases a song today in Arua, and me, I'm in Spain, and I can also do what? Get it. So that way you're pushing. It helps you push your music. If you have friends all over the country, they will help you. They can access your music on YouTube, and it can be able to circulate all over wherever they are. And that's another thing. It's not just about your music circulating all over. No, there also has to be a financial bit of it.
You need to throw more light in this, especially when it comes to do issues to do with the finances. I'm much interested in that. You can just repeat that last sentence again.
Yes, what I'm saying is that YouTube is not only going to push your music, but it's also going to push your wallet.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
The
experience I had, let me say, it wasn't such a good experience, being that at first, I think this happens to any other person. Before you start, you have to be camera shy and all that. Yeah, so I was camera shy. Actually, I think I tried to record myself, and after recording myself, I would listen to the record or the video I've recorded. So I was like, can I really make it? And actually, Alpha said we shouldn't compare yourself to another person.
True.
Personally, after recording, I used to compare myself to whatever I've watched on YouTube from other channels. I was like, really? Will I make it? But then the experience wasn't good as I was beginning or before I began. But then with the time, it improves. Yes.
Okay. Munduru Frida, let's look at shame in the public when you're creating your content, or like when you're recording yourself on a camera in public.
Wow. Okay. Like Nancy said, when you're starting, you're usually shy, and going out in public and you're moving around with your camera. Sometimes you're speaking, people will be looking at you like, is she okay, or is he okay? What's wrong with him? But you just have to ignore all of that. Get that courage. If you know what you want,
Okay.
yes, that should be the push for you. Yeah.
Our time is virtual up, but we have to wind up this show so that I also need to release you people to go home as well. Maybe your last words are to your subscribers and the consumers of this show as well.
I would tell my listeners and my subscribers right now, if you want to do YouTube, just start. With whatever phone you have, just start. Don't be scared. Growth is a process. You'll definitely grow. And just know that when you're doing it, know that there is the monetary bit of it. You'll earn something from it. So don't give up. And what I would also say is that go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Yeah, on YouTube, like he said, I am Munduru Frida, the African girl. You can also find me on Facebook, Munduru Frida Gaius, Instagram, Munduru Frida, and Twitter, I'm there, though not active. And then TikTok, Munduru Frida.
All right.
Yes.
Maybe before your parting thoughts, there is one thing that I forgot.
Yes.
What does it take one to create content time and again? There are days you run out of ideas.
Passion.
Okay.
Yes. If you're passionate about something, no matter how difficult it can be. Let me tell you, you can be posting on YouTube, but you get 0 views.
True.
Exactly.
Yes, but then if you are so passionate, you won't give up. So the engine that will drive you is being passionate about whatever you're doing, and you be focused at the goal. They always say there's light at the end of the tunnel. So don't look at where you are right now. Focus on the main thing that is ahead of you, and love and be passionate about what you do. Yes.
Yeah. Your parting thoughts, Joshua?
Yes, my parting thoughts is thank you for listening to Radio Pacis 90.9 Arua FM. Yes, and keep listening. Follow my friends here. These are my sisters. Follow them on YouTube. They have mentioned their channels. They will be out, and please. And yes, that's all I have to say.
Okay. It has been a pleasure hosting you guys in the studio. Honestly, I've really learned a lot from you guys. I just pray that each and every time you post a video, the number of subscribers, this will increase, because this is what we got to do for the community or for the youth. You never know, what you're doing right now is really inspiring a lot of people. So that's what we got to do. I appreciate your presence here. I really much appreciate it. Thank you so much. We'll meet again next time.
You have a blessed evening.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And still,
Okay. Wow. Hey, the sunset is nice. You mean it's 7? It doesn't look 7. Yeah, guys, so that has been it. Let me stand here so that I capture everyone. Yeah, that has been it. And we had a beautiful time, a nice moment at the studio. Yes, so let me introduce the people I were with, but I'm so sure you know this one.
This one.
Yeah.
I'm a new face. I'm not on YouTube. I'm going to think about it. But I'm on Instagram. Alpha for real. Alpha for real 4 double L. Snapchat, Facebook, the same thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Guys, is single.
very single. He's accepting applications.
Single and thinking about searching.
You must search by
give
phone.
yourself a shout out.
Hi guys, I'm the usual suspect, Mondoro Frida, the African girl. Don't ask me if I'm single or not. I avoid that question. But yeah, get over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Go and follow me on Instagram, Mondoro Frida, and Facebook. Yes.
So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It's a wrap from us, and we're saying bye-bye from where?
Arua,
From Radio Pacis.
Uganda, Radio Pacis 90.9 FM. Yes.
Tune in, guys.
Tune in.
From whichever part of the world that you are, you can tune in. Okay, bye. See you later. Adios.
Alright, let's get going.
Hi, thank you. Okay.
I don't take this counting when we're dealing with this.
The guy left.
He left?
He's not around. The guy is not there. He left.
Yeah, we're looking at